So Sowa Rigpa means the healing of science, and in Tibet we call it Tibetan medicine, which is Sowa Rigpa. And in Mongolia it's known as traditional Mongolian medicine, which is also Sowa Rigpa, the healing science. And in Bhutan they call it Bhutan Buddhist medicine, or Nangpe man, or sometimes they call it Bhutanese national medicine. So there's all Sowa Rigpa, you know. So in Nepal they call it Emchi medicine, and in Lata, North India, there are many names, but this healing science is called the Sowa Rigpa. And historically the Sowa Rigpa used to be the main medical science in all Himalayan regions, Tibet, Bhutan, and North Nepal, North India, and beyond that also to Mongolia and Siberia. And today the good news is Sowa Rigpa is becoming very global, also developing and spreading the education and its service, treatment and diagnosis into the Western countries too. And then the Sorig Khang International, so Sorig means Sowa Rigpa short version, Khang means the house or the center, so that's the name of our organization for Sowa Rigpa. We have two main goals, and one is to give a proper education for for Eastern people or Western people. So we are active both in East and West. And then the other part is offering the service, the treatment, diagnosis and treatment. Mostly our Sorig Khang is active in the West, so we are doing more that in the West. And also in the East we do free medical camps and so on. So that's called the Sorig Khang International. And this is the name of our organization, Sorig Khang International. So the abbreviation we call SKY, and so SKY. And today we have many branches in many different countries, and covering almost about 40 countries in worldwide. And we are our Sorig Khang activities in Asia, of course, and in Europe, and in US, and in Africa, and in Australia, and also in South America, and so on. So our target is really how to preserve this ancient healing science, and how to serve, modern people's sickness. Actually, I really think that Sowa Rigpa is a perfect medical science that can help and benefit many, many, many people who are needed, Let's say maybe in Asia, the people are suffering more physical issues, and then in the West, people are more suffering the mental issues. And I think Sowa Rigpa can offer both, to curing the physical problems and mental problems. And then, of course, the Sowa Rigpa's goal is prevention and curing. And also we focus a lot for, about the prevention, in a very natural way, how we can prevent many chronic and fatal disease. And that's our main goal. And we just keep working and to try to spread the Sowa Rigpa knowledge globally. And also we really want to bring the awareness of Sowa Rigpa, the healing science. So we really want to bring the awareness to the public, And historically Sowa Rigpa sometimes, only practiced by monks and in monasteries and so on. And today in Tibet, Sowa Rigpa hospitals, clinics and schools everywhere. And so we are also carrying this project in Nepal. And so building our college, and then in future we'll develop more like Sowa Rigpa clinics and education centers and so on. And so for us it's very, very important that this very effective ancient healing science, bring to the public and to serve the public who are needed. And that's our main goal.
Sukha Hello, I am Emilio Gallotta from Italy, Rome, and I met Dr. Nida 16 years ago in Tuscany, and since that moment I decided to follow him. At the beginning I just start with knowledge, with teachings according to Sowa Rigpa, especially mantra healing and kunye. And later on, due to the practice and my interest in the topic, I become one of the first international teacher of kunye. So this is my main, occupation in the family of Sky. Sowa Rigpa is part of my daily life in terms of job, in terms of activity. And normally I always try to put this knowledge into my daily practice. But this is not only what happens in terms of the job, because every single moment I can use it. I deal with the Sowa Rigpa. Even when I have to say good night to my kids, even when I treated my wife during her pregnancy and during her delivery, for example. The teachings of Sowa Rigpa are really, really useful in every single moment of my life, and this is really touched me. So my wish, as the wish of Yudayan and Gombo and the wish of Dr. Nida, is that Sowa Rigpa really spreads all over the world. And I also would like to add, because this is a really benefit, and I hope that everybody will enjoy this great opportunity and teachings.
I'm a student of Dr. Nida Chanaksang's. I live in the United States, where I help to coordinate classes for him in Portland, Oregon, also Los Angeles. I came here to introduce the very new project of Sorig Khang International, which is called Sky Press. And we're a publishing house for Sky and Dr. Nida Chanaksang. And this is our very first book that came out on November 9th. It's called Mirror of Light. And it's about Dr. Nida's commentary on the Yutok Nyintik Ati Yoga. So it's a really beautiful and profound book in 2 languages, Tibetan and English, which I hope will be translated into many more languages. And with Sky Press, we hope to really help to spread both Tibetan medicine, Sowa Rigpa, and Yutok Nyintik in many, many languages and many places all over the world, and to help make these things known not only within our growing Sky family, but also make available to the more general public. We have 2 books coming out very, very soon. One is on Sowa Rigpa points, about traditional Tibetan medicine point study, according to moxibustion and acupuncture, and this is coming out very soon. And then also a book called The Tibetan Book of Health, which we're co-publishing with Tibet House Publications, and this one's a really great book to introduce Tibetan medicine to the general public. So that's my role in all this.
So my name is Dr. Tam Nguyen. I'm a medical doctor. I have graduated from Heidelberg University, and I am currently doing my residency in internal medicine in Switzerland. And what else? I am currently working in Saint-Omer. It's a healthcare center located in Winterthur, Switzerland. And I am including Sowa Rigpa into my daily practice as encouraged by my senior doctors and colleagues and patients and insurance companies. So I got involved into Sowa Rigpa in the year 2009 when I first started to study with Dr. Nida. My first class actually was about Sache, Tibetan geomancy. Right now I'm executive director of Sky, Sorig Khang International, and I'm still a student, but I loved to bring together modern medicine and Sowa Rigpa, and I want to combine it in order to benefit all sentient beings. I was mainly involved into administration and coordinating. We started a foundation, and I was involved into fundraising the foundation, the money for the foundation. So my work for the past 2-3 years was mainly around starting the foundation, Sorig Khang International. I also teach. I love to teach. That's actually my most favorite thing to do. In Sorig Khang International, I'd love to teach about Tibetan medicine. So my most favorite subject, but unfortunately I do not have so much time for doing that. And still I am learning about Tibetan medicine, Sowa Rigpa.
Namaste, I'm from India. I'm the coordinator for Sorig Khang India. We started our activities 2 years ago, thanks to Dr. Nida. He was very excited to come to India to explore and spread the knowledge of Sowa Rigpa. In the last 2 years, we have started with workshops for general public, with focus on self-healing, we can say, working with the herbs, understanding our own system, our typologies, etc., which, though we already have in India, we are losing our connection from that. But of course, Ayurveda is still strong. We do live a lifestyle in accordance with that. This is going to help us come much closer to an understanding of our own system too, as we integrate it into our daily lives and not just keep it as an academic subject. I think that is a very strong message of Sorig Khang. It's about integrating it into everyday life and not just keeping it academic. We have plans to expand our activities from Bangalore. We are looking to start a Sorig Khang teaching and retreat center around Bangalore. Also, we are looking to do a charitable clinic offering services both in Bangalore and Bodh Gaya. Furthermore, we are looking at getting how we can help Sorig Khang International in spreading the awareness of Sowa Rigpa in the Asia region by helping in printing out the books which are at the moment being printed in the US and UK, which becomes a little long period to come to India and Asia. So we're looking to see how we can be a part of that too.
Hello everybody, my name is Jens Tönnemann. I'm a medical doctor in Austria, and in Sky I'm part of the head office team. I'm responsible for medical education and I'm responsible for the Sorig Congress. That's why I'm here in Nepal. Yeah, and it's great because my journey with Tibetan medicine with Sowa Rigpa began here in Nepal in 1991, and now I'm back here again for the 5th International Congress, and for me it's a great honor to be part of this international network, to be part of this family, because at this moment of the Congress here I know that we can achieve everything if we work together, and that's the main idea of the Congress. The root idea of the Congress is beyond any individual, national or financial interest. The main thing is to come together, to show the unity in spirit and the collective strengths of Sowa Rigpa and Sowa Rigpa practitioners around the world. So that's my contribution to Sorig Khang International and to the whole network.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline Yu. I'm the president of Sorig Khang Singapore, and internationally I'm part of the head office team. And in the head office team, I'm head of activities, and in this department we have the Sorig tour, we have the Sorig Congress, and I'm in charge of Sorig First Aid. And Sorig First Aid is the charity arm of Sky, and in here we try to put our compassion into action, and in this area of work we bring Sowa Rigpa, the practical part, to the needies, and we have started that in Nepal, in many remote areas, villages in Nepal, and in the future we are going to bring this Sorig aid to all parts of the world. For a long time, and I'm doing body work, aromatherapy, and I was looking at some point to deepen my practice. So I was searching, and I have a strong connection to the Tibetan healing, and I saw and read about Dr. Nida in Google. And therefore, every time I try to find a way to attend his class, and finally, I managed to invite him to Singapore, where I started my training in 2008.
My name is Turit Koster, and I came into contact with Sowa Rigpa first in 2009. I wanted always to do something medicinal, but I didn't know what. And then through Buddhism, I came into contact with Sowa Rigpa. I met Dr. Nida and started to study, and I love it. It's great. And for me, it's the best cure I found for everything. I started very little. I asked Tam if she needs help. She can tell me sometime. I can help her edit a little with a text. That's how I started. And from there, slowly, pushed by her so slightly that I even didn't realize, I became head of the drunk song. And now I passed that on to Christiana, and I became head of the administration of the Sorig Khang International Foundation that we created just last year. I'm very happy to be part of this family. I never imagined something like this so wonderful could come into being, and I'm happy to see that now it had happened.
My name's Jason Whitlow, and I work on the head office team of Sorig Khang International, and I also direct Sorig Khang Bay Area, which is one of our Tibetan medicine centers in the San Francisco area of California. We were talking about all of the Sorig Khang networks all around the world. With Sorig Khang International, one of the very amazing things about our Tibetan medicine organization is that we have centers in over 40 countries around the world, over 6 continents. So Dr. Nida, our teacher, has students and centers just spanning the whole globe. And so in each one of these countries around the world, we have Tibetan medicine centers where there's educational programs and practice programs and also clinical services being offered. And all of the students in each of their villages and towns and cities are carrying on Tibetan medicine activities. So for me, one of the amazing things about our organization is that we have such diverse activity on all different levels and all different types around the world. Also with the Yutok Ningtik, this very special spiritual tradition connected to Tibetan medicine, we have practices and retreats going on. And our Sorig Khang International Network, it's like this big international family. And we all then come together here at the annual Congress and online in our meetings and all of our collaborations to kind of then work together and create this huge network, this Sowa Rigpa family. Also on the head office team of SKY, Sorig Khang International, I'm the head of the practitioner network. So we have this, we call it the Nomad Healer Network. You know, many of the doctors and healers and yogis from Tibet are of these nomadic lineages, you know, traveling and moving and, you know, offering their healing services as they move around the land. So our Nomad Healer Practitioner Network is all of our Sorig practitioners around the world and all of the Sorig clinics where our practitioners come together to offer Tibetan medicine services and offer the therapeutic, all the different healing methods of Tibetan medicine. So likewise, not only are we all studying together and kind of taking in the traditions and the lineages of Sowa Rigpa, of this healing tradition of Tibet, but then as we can, we're offering educational programs and we're offering the medicine and the healing work to others. And this is really important. Tibetan medicine is this very precious tradition. It's one of the oldest healing traditions in the world. It's also one of the most accessible because it starts from such a simple approach to finding balance and health in the body, and it has very useful approaches to just, you start working with diet and lifestyle, and then you can add in working with natural medicines and all the different healing therapies. So in these clinics and with these practitioners around the world, all of our colleagues are offering these, teaching people how to bring these techniques into their life, offering the healing work to them to help them maintain balance. Like they say, Sowa Rigpa, it's for the healthy body and the happy mind. You know, these are the aims of Tibetan medicine. So then we aim to make this available and accessible in the world through this Nomad Healer Network, so that anyone, any of our family, friends, anybody we don't know who's looking to find benefit, to find, you know, a way to approach health and happiness for themselves and their family, if they connect with our network, hopefully they find someone who can then share this Tibetan medical tradition with them.
My name is Philipp Fuchs. I'm from Austria and I'm a general practitioner there, and currently I'm working in a psychiatry hospital for allopathic medicine. I'm involved in Sowa Rigpa since 2.5 years. I'm still a student. There's lots of more things to learn, and I'm very curious and eager to find out about it. For Sky, for Sorig Khang International, I'm the managing editor of Sorig News, which is a quarterly newsletter where we try to publish different articles from our teachers, from Sky, and also we would like to act as a network for the Sky members or different Sky centers worldwide. They are able to promote themselves here or just send us pictures from their classes or retreats, and we are also promoting different products from our Sky shop in the future. And me and my team, we are also working to develop Sorig News as a blog in the future. First, I was studying TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, and after a journey to Nepal and to Tibet, I went to visit a medical hospital for Sowa Rigpa in Lhasa, in Tibet, and there my interest got lighted up, the fire inside of myself. And when I came back to Austria, accidentally a colleague of mine asked me if I would like to join her in a class of Sowa Rigpa in Innsbruck, my hometown. And I was very curious to find out what this was all about, and so I got involved basically.
I am Drukmo Jal from northeastern part of Tibet. I am a Yutoninti guide and a Tibetan mantra singer. I am promoting traditional Tibetan medicine through mantra concerts and workshops to different communities in different countries. I am also organizing Sorig Tour, an annual tour with a theme of learning Tibetan herbs and clinical practice in Amdo. The best thing about Sowa Rigpa is that it involves spirituality into the medical system, which helps medical practitioners to generate their loving kindness. And this is a a basic but a very important quality for all the medical practitioners.